Getting good at this?
We're Barry and Jill, the Irish pilgrims, living and working in Germany. Join us as we share stories about our community project that we're involved in, or our camper van conversion that keeps us busy in our free time, or just any other kind of carrying on that takes our fancy. Hi everyone, today we're mounting 2 solar panels to this frame on the roof of the van.
We undo these bolts here on all the little holders all around the structure for the roof rack stroke solar panels, and then slide it all forwards. So you can see here that the paint that we put onto the aluminium holders has flaked off. We need to maybe put another spray coat onto that. And we've noticed as well that the metal little studs are starting to rust here as well, so we need to find some solution to that as well, sealing them off. This is not so critical, this is aluminium, but it looks like these are steel and that will rust, so we need to seal that somehow. So we have set the solar panels in roughly.
And even though we'd measured them and looked at our space up here, when we actually put them up, we were quite shocked at how big they were.
Yeah.
And how little space
and
we had.
how little space we have actually.
We talked about how we're going to attach them here, and I think we're just going to do bolts on the end of them.
Yeah.
Perhaps 4 bolts on each panel.
4 bolts on that end, 4 bolts on that end going into the cross T. Nothing on the sides here, but I think 4 and 4 should be stable enough, and the same with the other panel, 4 and 4 on each end.
But before we do that, we've got to cut another hole in the van in order to run the cables through.
And we have no idea how we're going to attach these 4 bolts here. Because, well, we're hoping we're going to have to take everything off, lift it up, crawl underneath, and try and connect these bolts from underneath this into this slot here with very minimal space. So
we'll do.
Says she who has great faith. This is what it looks like from below. We'll get the cables from the solar panels down through that hole, and then they will run across down the column here and into the electrics box where we will have the controller. I'm going to drill a few holes in the ends of the solar panels so that we can fit 8mm bolts and join everything up. Raining again today after working here in the alleyway. Putting the solar panels onto the cross tees that are going on to the top of the van. I had to take it down because it was just impossible to do it on top of the van, so to actually access all these bolts and nuts and
the bolts screw into special nuts that slide into the slots on the aluminium rails, and it's quite tricky getting them all lined up. Of course, it helps if you have the solar panels the right way round. Listen out for one of the new Italian words that Barry has learned.
Stupido. This has to be down at that end, so I'm just wasting my time. both cables need to be down on the same side. Need to turn this around, put it down there. And at least I noticed it before I started screwing the bolts in. That would have been worse. And I'm putting a little bit of screw lock fluid on the threads here of the bolts. Just to be triple sure. Bolts onto the frame with screw lock. I hope I never have to take those apart again. And all I need now is someone to help me lift this up onto the top of the van without wrecking everything. But it would have been impossible to put these onto the top on whilst up on the van. Just wouldn't be able to access this, whereas now I can set this up onto the van and I should be able to access this screw here. The bolt, these two cross tees onto the main runners that run along the sides of the van, and I have to remember to put these towards the middle of the van and that side towards the front of the van, and hopefully all good.
As far as I know, we connect.
Yeah.
As far as I know, we connect one of these to one of these, and then we connect the others to the cable that goes to the MPPT. So I don't think it matters which one. So
Famous last words.
I'm just going for it. But I know it has to be male to female. And there we go, one's connected. So, the question is, what do we do with these cables now?
You can use your wee
Cable
ties, you know.
things?
We've got the solar panels on the cross tees up on top of the van, thanks to Felix and Tom. Thanks guys. And now it's just a matter of putting all the screws back together again. Wee bit of screw lock to help me sleep at night. Oh, I'm glad we got this done today.
I think Barry spoke too soon there. All went well until the final screw that just refused to go in. As you can see by the many weird and wonderful expressions on Barry's face. So the solar panels are looking really good on the van. We're really happy, aren't we?
Yep, so delighted to get them up.
Yeah, and like nearly everything, it took us a little bit longer than what we thought. It probably took us a day and a couple of evenings to get it completely finished.
Yeah,
But they are looking good.
Yeah, so we haven't connected up the cables of the solar panels yet. We've just fed through the cables. We'll connect them up in a couple of weeks' time whenever I'm back down at the warehouse of the tent mission. Matthias and Christian, two guys down there who are electricians, they were going to help us out with.
Yeah, they know what they're doing basically, and we don't. So,
but we've got everything ready for them. All they have to do is, tell us what to do and do the last part.
Yeah, we have done the prep, but I think for us, there's still a few things that we can get on with here.
We're going to finish off building our kitchen unit. That's the next thing we're going to get to. No idea what the next video is going to be about, but as we always say,
watch this space.